What's up, Internet? It is March 29th, 2019. We are... That's really hard to say, March 29, 2019. We are here looking at something exclusive from Nooks for tomorrow. Sale at 4 p.m. It's probably not going to be that great, but we'll see what's going on with Mr. Nook tomorrow when that happens. And we're just, oh no, Jebet left. Oh, what a cruel world. It is raining in the town, so maybe that means we can catch a coelacanth today. That'd be pretty cool, and if nothing else, more joyrides tomorrow. Oh crap, that's right. Okay, before we do anything else, we gotta go run to Peaches, just to make sure she gets this comic book, because it's already like half a week late. And I don't think animal villagers really appreciate that all that much. She's probably bought a whole new comic book and she's going to yell at me saying, "Why did you deliver this so late? I just want a new one. I don't even want this anymore. Now it's stuck in your inventory forever because you can't get rid of it." That seems like something Peaches would do. Like, that's just classic Peaches is what that is. With your stupid comic book, you creepy pink donkey lady. With stitches for eyes. Oh, she's so creepy. You're so creepy, Peaches. Please don't ask me to return something to Pecan. She's gone. I'm sad. Wallpaper. I had to hold that in my inventory for a week. You're so bad at everything, Peaches. I think I had a... Nope. I thought I needed a thing from Peaches. I guess I don't. That's okay. You don't need to do a thing for Peaches. She's going to bed soon anyway. That's because she's just a boring old lady. She's not hip and with it and jiggy like us hip folk who are up to like whatever hour people normally stay up till. I don't know. I've got a really messed up schedule anyway, so like just to record stuff without having too much of an audio issue, I tend to stay up stupid late anyway. But you know, I'm not a morning person to begin with. We got a fortune shirt. I've seen that before. It's not that impressive. We have a 2-ball shirt. But why be a 2-ball when you can be in any other ball? Why be a ball anyway? You don't want to incorporate bad physics into your average day, now do you? No, of course not. That's why you don't wear ball shirts. So we can sell this and... Oh, I'm not sure if we want to keep that or not. Well, we'll hold on to that just for a sec. Sell that. And sell that. And then, of course, we have to see if our good pal Mr. Museum sent us any valuable fossils. Because it's important. Got a present from home. A Dracena. Also, that is a word no one I've ever met seems to know how to pronounce. I know how to do it. That's because I had to work with them for 15 years, but no one I've ever met actually knows how to properly pronounce Dracenas. Okay, we got a dinosaur track. That is a paperweight. T-Rex skull. That's going to earn some bells. And finally, an ammonite. So we got one good fossil today. But, you know, maybe that will be enough. It won't be, but we're close. Very, very close to that bank deposit. That's exciting. Getting one step closer to that all-powerful box of tissues. Not really seen much here that I want, though. That's kind of a neat shirt. Racer 6 shirt. But can I get a Racer X shirt? Probably not. I actually got into watching Speed Racer recently. Because I'm building a custom Gundam designed around Speed Racer. And, you know, it's really, really awkward to watch. It's definitely one of those things where, you know, instead of translating it, they decided to just throw the script out and make something up on the fly, kind of like Samurai Pizza Cats, where it had nothing to do with the original premise. You know, it's not that bad, but it's close. And, you know, part of it makes sense, given that Speed Racer is one of the earliest anime to make it out in the West. I believe Tetsuon Atom Astro Boy came out first, and that was actually, having watched some of the original Tetsuon Atom in English, I can tell you that's actually a ridiculously accurate translation for what it's trying to be. It's really kind of stunning to see. But I think even before that, they wanted to try and get want to say it was like NBC in America was trying to get an English translation of Doraemon, which was a little strange to hear. And it wouldn't be until like 2010 or so where Disney decided to make 2 seasons of it with Johnny Young Bosch and Mona Marshall. And it was actually kind of good for, you know, what it was. Not the most accurate translation, but, you know, it wasn't horrible either. Anime. You know, it reminds me of, like, those old anime games that, the fact they were anime games were a huge, like, detriment to them. Like, if you look at the original, like, NES Dragon Ball game, which I believe was retranslated to Dragon Power, that was a Dragon Ball game with no Dragon Ball-ness in it. Like, they even... That's a coelacanth. They even, like, gave Goku a bowl cut so he wouldn't look like Goku. It was the weirdest thing. Okay, this is scary. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Stupid coelacanth. That's ridiculously... Like, that's the thing about, like, these super fish, is you... Especially the coelacanth. Like, the coelacanth, out of all the fish, has, like, the tightest catching window. You basically have to pull the rod before it actually hits. You have to, like, predict the bite it's going to make that hits. And then you have to pull it up before it actually does that if you want to time it right. It's really, really close. I don't know, like, it's like, I want one. I want 2, actually. I think I can only catch 1, but I want 2. Because, of course, I want to rock a coelacanth in my house, obviously. I mean, why else would you have a coelacanth if not to put it in your house and look awesome? But, you know, it's so hard to try and catch one. And I think every character can only catch 1 in their entire, like, history, so... Alas... I want to catch one so bad. They're a neat fish. They're living fossils. And they've got like weird dorsal fins. Or lateral fins, or whatever they're called. But since it's raining, today's the day we can try and catch a coelacanth. I'm not sure we'll devote a lot of time to this, but we're going to try. I'd probably whiff about as hard as we just did with that past one. That's a sea bass. I don't want to catch a sea bass. I want to catch the big awesome fish of destiny. And then I'll be a hero. Because I saved the world from the giant ancient fossil monster that threatened to destroy the town. Alright, well, let's hit the magic money rock. Did we get anyone new in town? Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Nope. No one new. Still stuck with Peaches, though. Don't worry. She's never gonna leave. Stupid Peaches. And Cody. Cody won't leave either. It's not like they're like the 2 people we want to get rid of the most or anything, except they totally are. Alas. I think they know that. And they're in cahoots trying to ruin the town by still being in here forever. Like, that is their plan. I've sussed them out. But there's no way we can defeat them because it's entirely based on their own choice to leave. Oh, okay, there's the Mighty Kaisar. Actually, I wouldn't mind if he left too. Why is it every villager I like leaves? Like, there just has to be some kind of algorithm that just says, okay, you've interacted with this villager X number of times. That means you really like them. Let's get rid of them. Like, you just have to imagine that that exists somewhere in the game's programming. It's the only thing that makes sense at this point. Ooh, let's not, I can't hit that rock anymore, that's right. That's fine. There are other rocks I can hit with a shovel and hopefully get prizes for. Actually, that is an inherent problem, though. If we've got one rock that is currently blockaded by many flowers, then we can't get anything from it. Also, I think we need to get a thing from this guy. No, I don't want to deal with this guy. Ever. Because he goes to bed really early, and that's annoying. If you tell me, okay. As long as you don't say you've given it to Peaches, we're okay. What the heck shirt are you wearing, dude? It's like some kind of painting smock or something. I don't think I've ever seen that shirt before. Oh, you know what that is? I think that's our painting in a shirt form. Actually looks pretty nice. I mean, it looks completely incomprehensible as to what it's supposed to be, but, you know, it's got a nice, sort of, composition of color. If nothing else, I suppose. Hey, cupcakes. I need a thing. I gotta give it back to Peaches. No. Please no, I don't want to give anything to Peaches. Peaches is the worst. Who's down there? I must know. Who is it? Oh. Go away, Cody Brainfart. You ruin everything. Alright, so... Ooh, let's get rid of this little blemish. See if Booker did his job today. Hey, Books, you did your job. Hooray. A shirt. Maybe it's a good shirt. An airy shirt. That's not a good shirt. It's one I'll take because I can sell it, but it's not a good shirt. We want good shirts. Like the, what is it, Starry Sky shirt? I think that's the one I'm really looking for a background because I think it's nice. Yes, I've gotten plenty of jams I've dug from KK Slider. Actually, we gotta come up with a song for tomorrow. I'm not sure what we're gonna do. But that's also because I have no audio to work with, so it's like my understanding and interest in the actual music in the game has kind of waned a little bit. Just because I can't partake in it. And it's sad. Also, we didn't get the 10,000 bells out of this rock. I'm a little annoyed about that. But regardless, maybe a coelacanth has spawned. We can all hope. Because coelacanths are awesome. And I want to. Because the museum wants one and I want one. That could be one. That might be a sea bass, but it seems like an awfully long shadow for one. Okay, let's try it. Ah! Too soon. Too soon. Crap. Alas. Our dreams of owning our very own coelacanth are slowly washing out with the tide, leaving nothing but loneliness and a lack of a coelacanth in our lives. And that's not something you want to live with. You want to have a coelacanth in your life because they make everything better. Because they're living fossils. And they're just genuinely very neat looking fish. Seriously, coelacanths are very odd looking, but they're cool. So I guess, there's a dog running around upstairs. I guess our next bet is to just patrol the beach for a little bit, and then we'll go to the other town and try and clean that up a little bit. Plus, we gotta go find Biscuit and give him his thing, I guess, even though I don't really want to all that much, because it's out of the way. And I just want to find a coelacanth and make the world a better place, and then people will like me. And then they'll throw me a parade and call me a hero, and it will be great. Nothing there. That's a sea bass. I don't like sea bass. That's a very tiny fish. That can't possibly be a coelacanth. Come on, Mr. Coelacanth. Where are you? Where's Mr. Coelacanth? You know, if I caught Mr. Coelacanth, maybe he could be invited to our parade. That'd be pretty cool. We could write a children's story called Mr. Coelacanth Goes to the Parade. It would be a bestseller. It would be about how you don't have to necessarily not be a fish to go to a parade, and just getting past prejudices and racism or some malarkey. It would be a bestseller for kids. And it would be just this nice little book about a fish trying to go to a parade. Everyone telling him he can't go to a parade, he's a fish. Come on, Mr. Coelacanth. Please show up. You only show up on the rainy days, and you're really hard to catch. And I want to get 2 of you. And I'm not even sure I can do that. And that really makes me sad. I don't know what the fish respawn mechanics are in this game. Like, I think they spawn if you are like... That's a coelacanth right there. That's too big not to be. I think the respawn mechanics are something like you have to be 2 screens over before they'll respawn. Ah, I was definitely slow in the draw there. Damn it. Damn it, damn it. Okay, I figure we'll give it a few more minutes, and then after that we'll go to the other town, just take a break from coelacanth hunting. Try and make the other town a little bit better. Then come back and try and catch another coelacanth. Because I want one so bad. They're very neat fish. Oh yeah, that new Yoshi game came out today. That's pretty cool. I should probably play that at some point. Maybe I could do a first impressions, although I'm guessing it's probably like the last one, which is it's like the other ones except less good than the original 2. Spoilers. I'm just assuming. Hopefully with slightly less inspiration from Kirby's Epic Yarn. It's getting in my head. I'm trying to predict it, and that's not helping. But at the same time, I feel like I can't not try and predict it, because if I do, I'm just going to be slow on the draw. Because these things just have such a small window of catching. Nothing here. Run back. We must find good old Mr. Canth. That's just a tiny fish. It's not a coelacanth. I mean, on the bright side, unlike later Animal Crossings where there's like a million really big fish in the ocean, you don't have to worry about that. There's only one in this game. But they did try and mitigate that problem a little bit with later ones where the really big fish in the oceans tended to have like giant dorsal fins like sharks, just to sort of separate them a little bit. Nothing here. Come on, Mr. Coelacanth. Let's go to a parade. Or something. I don't know. Whatever narrative we're creating about coelacanths going to parades as a children's book. There's something there, I'm sure. There. No, that's a small fish. We need a big fish. That's a small fish. Go away, small fish. We want big fish. There's also not big fish. Small fish. You want to respawn? I don't think so. Yeah. Got one I can catch over there, though. I'm not sure when respawn here, so really, I'm not really sure what the respawn stuff is. Like, it feels like you have to go 2 aisles over before they respawn. Oh, that doesn't work for the one in the middle, clearly. Seeing as it's only ever 1 spot over in every situation. Nothing here. Mr. Big Fish didn't want to shop. Okay, well, let's go follow the follow the coastline. See if we can see another one. Probably not, though. Then go give a thing to Biscuit, visit Nook, and then we'll head to the other town. I think is our plan. Hooray for planning. That's a small fish. I'm not impressed, Mr. Smallfish. It's also Mr. Smallfish. Are we going to run into a Mr. Big Fish? Doesn't seem like it. Alas. Onwards to the up here place. Where we shall slowly uncover the mystery of Biscuit's handkerchief. And why he would lend it to someone who goes to bed so early. Biscuit. Here's your handkerchief. I would like to debate your final offer. It seems low given what I had to do to get it. But still, okay. I'll take some bells. I guess. I want more. Significantly more. Give me all your bells, Biscuit, is the short version of that story. Hey, Mr. Nook. Here to sell some stuff. Well, not much stuff, but still, some stuff. And while we're here, actually, I think that we can go grab some paper in the other town, because I think I saw some in the dump in the other town. I know we got one sheet in our current dump, but I feel like we're going to need more, so we shall go to the other town and see what's up over there. Before we do, nope, no new events. Noted. Alright, Porter, let's go. Onward to adventure. Oh, looks like the faceless lady's gonna be here today. That means I can doodle a face on her, and hopefully it'll look a little bit better than some of my other ones, because I'm bad at drawing. I had an idea for yesterday. I know what I'm gonna wear, what I'm gonna make her wear for her face today. You've no face. What do we have for colors that we can work with? That could kind of work. I think we'll use this palette today. Alright, so we're gonna go bloop. And then we're gonna use some lighter ones. I'm hoping this is going to achieve the effect I want. Although I'm not entirely sure it will. We can all hope. I want it to look kind of like corrugated cardboard. Spoilers. Okay, now we want to draw like a little string bit. Maybe like right here, I think. It's a string, and that's a string. And then we're going to need to draw some eyes. Mouth. I don't know if we can draw antennas. Maybe. Maybe we can draw like a pink antenna or something. Purple. And we'll draw this little antenna right here. And then we made a little robot mask. It's not bad. I guess I've seen better designs. Certainly ones that, but she's got like this weird, creepy cardboard mask with a little antenna on it that makes her look kind of like a robot. Because she wants to hide the fact she's a cat. That's her story today. So we've got Cardboard Robot the Cat. Okay, Cookie and Pierce still here. Jambette's over here. Weber's still here, that's awesome. Except not. Everyone else still seems to be here, that's kind of nice, I guess. There's a classic hutch. And one of the 2 acres. Interesting, interesting. Okay, step 1, we gotta go back to the original acres. Just, do some maintenance. Because acre maintenance. Acrance, as some of the cool kids might call it. Not seeing any weeds to pull, that's a good start. Go over here. Oh, see, it's important we perform maintenance, or else this place would never get cleaned up. Might not be glamorous, might not be the best use of time, but, you know, someone will appreciate this. That someone is the world. Because we're going to make this world a better place. Oh, we just did something. Got some bells. Scared a butterfly, a ladybug. And like I figured, we'd find some useful paper. Dizzy paper, airmail paper. I'll take both. Worst case scenario, we sell one. You missed me drawing a cat's face to look like a cardboard robot mask. That looked pretty horrible, but, you know, I was doing my best. You missed me whiffing to catch 3 coelacanths as well, but that's also about it. Oh, poor cardboard robot mask the cat. She just wants to hide from the robot apocalypse by making them think she's one of them. But alas. we just picked something up. A Cabana Vanity. You don't need one of those, but nothing else. It cleans up the town a little more, and that's the important thing. Alright, I think this acre is clean. So, hooray. I guess we'll see if we can do some random chores for these people and go back and try and catch a coelacanth, I guess. You need a thing, Pierce? Oh, that's right, you forgot a thing. From your exact neighbor, who you could hand to 2 seconds later just because she lives next to you. It isn't in this acre. Okay, fine. We'll go find Cookie. And then we will take this handkerchief and make sure she doesn't lose it again by stapling it to her sleeve or something. That way she can't ever possibly lose it and give it to someone else. And then she'll never have to ask us to find it again. You need a thing, Mr. Quetzal? Oh no. Oh well, there's always next time. Alright, well let's see if Pierce needs a thing since we just helped him out. Oh, stop asking me to do things for Peaches. Ugh, she's the worst. Alright, fine. I'll do a thing for Peaches when I can be bothered. And that basically means never, probably, but still, you know, I'll hold on to her crap. What's going on over here right now? You need a thing, Ace of Diamonds, according to your shirt. His catchphrase is his own name. That's just self-important, is what that is. Cube! Do you need a thing, Mr. GameCube Penguin? I can deliver a thing to him, I guess. Do you need a thing, Liz? Yes, I do, but I'm not going to plant you one. We need those flowers in my town. The one you abandoned. I bet you feel bad about it now, don't you? That's right, you do. I think Spike's hanging out in his house because it's the afternoon, and that's just kind of what grumpy characters do. So we can just go here and give him his thing. That shirt isn't really all that becoming of him. I have a shirt for you, jerk. Wow, that's an ugly shirt. 200 bells. Can't even buy that shirt. No thank you, Spike. You can do significantly better, Mr. Giant Steamroller in his house. How'd you afford that exactly? Not with your 200 bells. I can guarantee that. Not that I'm bitter or anything. Ooh, a digging spot. Let's dig. Because digging. Got the classic hutch. Neat. I don't even know what a classic hutch looks like, but we got one. Another digging spot. Got a fossil. And we found the magic money spot. Got 1,000 bells. We are just finding stuff for days over here. Hopefully, we'll actually catch a coelacanth before today is over. That would be the ideal. It seems unlikely, but, you know, we can all do our best to hope for stuff to happen. I won't talk to Spike. He and I have the exact same personality, and that means we can't ever be friends. So go do a thing for me. Can do, Mr. Camofrog. And Spike should still be in his house. I don't think he'll leave until the evening. Okay, let's go find Velma. A mystery's afoot, gang. We meddling kids must stop it, or whatever Scooby-Doo did. I don't know, I never really watched Scooby-Doo. I thought it was just a dumb show. I mean, clearly it must be at least kind of good, because it's been around for, what, like 50 years at this point? But, you know, it just does not seem like that interesting a show to me. I think I played the N64 Scooby-Doo game once, so I don't remember it being all that good, though. That's the extent I know of Scooby-Doo. Okay, I'll go find Liz. Need a thing while I'm here, Pearl? I can find Cube. I know where he is. This is a job I can actually do right now. And it means I don't have to go through 8 different people, because Cube's going to tell me, hey, that's my watch, go give it to someone else now. You know, that's just not how things work. Which is good, it's basically just a small miracle that's how things work in this game. Where are you, Cube, the GameCube penguin? If you're sad after this... I recognize that shirt. I designed it, I'm sure of it, but I couldn't tell you what that design is. Uh-oh. Is it going to be the awkward, awful shirt you were wearing before? That was also a design I made. It's a club shirt. That's not the kind of club I wanted. I wanted the kind that's a sandwich. Lisbeth? Give me a thing. The tissue box, I believe I need... well, I've got enough right now for 1 bank deposit, so I think I need 2 more after this, so I'm 100,000 bells short. Which would basically take maybe a week, maybe 2. If I'm really, really bad and slow and not accomplishing anything at all. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue. So we're close to a tissue box for what little that actually matters, but, you know. It's a step towards getting better rewards that I'll probably never earn enough for. Which sucks, because, you know, the actual model of the post office is actually a really cool reward. But it takes so much money. I will take some furniture, Mr. Camofrog. Sir? Kind sir. What do we have here? We have a classic sofa. So classic. It's all stripey and stuff. I gotta come up with a better face design for Blanca next time I see her, because that cardboard robot face didn't really pan out as well as I'd hoped it would. It just looked kind of like I was doing a really bad knockoff gyroid face. With a big boxy mouth. It didn't work so well, and I'm sad about that, because I thought it was a cool idea. And man, it just didn't pan out. That's depressing. Because you want your cool ideas to be awesome. Oh, I'm sure I'll get it soon. It's a tissue box. It's not going to be like the most earth-shattering thing we could get, but yeah, I'm sure we can get it soon. I mean, 2 payments is not that much, especially if you make like 10,000 bells out of the gate from fossils, plus 10,000 for a magic money rock. Even if you do nothing after that, you still basically are halfway there after 2 days of work without doing anything. So, you know, it's certainly something that's probably going to be an inevitability, and rather soon, more than anything. But I think after this we're going to do our coelacanth hunt, because, man, I'm still bitter about how many times I whiffed that coelacanth today. And I want to catch 2 of them. I'll settle for 1 just for getting blithers off of my back, but damn it, I want a coelacanth for my house. Because it would be awesome. It would be like the start of a James Bond villain, like, lair or something, you know? I mean, I get we can't have sharks in this game, that's the next game, but still, you know, having a coelacanth in your house, that just seems like a super villain, kind of just super posh thing to do. And I want one, because, damn it, they're cool fish. I really like coelacanths. There's a butterfly on the rails. I don't know what that's going to do when this train comes. I'm genuinely curious if it'll, like, pop up on top of the train. Hi, J-Block 2. What's gonna happen to Mr. Butterfly? Is he just gonna pop up on top of the train? Is the train gonna crash? No, they just go through each other. Huh. Hey, he's actually flying in the train. We're gonna go on a trip with Mr. Butterfly. Yay! We got a traveling companion. That isn't a cat with a poorly drawn cardboard robot mask. Because I'm bad at art. Come on, Mr. Butterfly, let's go on adventures. I think he actually... Oh, no. For a second I was like, wow, I think he actually ended up getting stuck in the train. That's kind of cool. Oh, look, it's Rover with his exclusive shirt we can't get. Not that I'm still bitter and angry about that, except I totally am. Because, I mean, come on, it's an exclusive shirt. I'm not a big, you know, tartan, checkered pattern kind of guy, but, you know, it looks good on him, and I'm bitter I can't have it. That said, there are a couple shirts that are kind of like his, just there isn't one that is his. I bet you could probably make one in the Able Sisters' house, though. Like, it's not a complex pattern or anything. But that said, I think the design would be a little bit boxier than the actual one he wears, simply because I think these slightly different designs than the actual in-game tools to make shirts for villagers. Which is why you get stuff like the camouflage pattern and stuff that actually looks kind of rounded. Whereas everything else you can make is kind of square and boxy. But you can approximate it. Alright, so, right, we got flowers. Let's go plant the flowers, make our giant garden even more gianter and awesome. And then we're going to go and try and catch ourselves a coelacanth. And that's probably going to go horribly, but it's what I want to try and do because it's raining, damn it. Plant this. And plant this. And plant this. And plant this. And we'll take this, put it in our inventory. I used to spend hours upon hours designing patterns myself, but that's because I used to do like sprite work for games and stuff, so I just wanted to draw game sprites. So I feel you. You can get absolutely lost in the pattern design of Animal Crossing. One thing I really like now, though, is if you like someone else's pattern that you find, you don't have to like manually try and recreate it. You can just scan a QR code. That is such a relief. So, I mean, back when this came out, you know, if you saw a pattern you liked, you had to painstakingly manually enter it. If your computer like wasn't right next to your TV, good luck with that. It was like the worst thing ever, and I remember doing that for some designs. Oof. But now you can just QR code it, and it's kind of just convenient and awesome. It's one of the few concessions I'll give newer Animal Crossing over the original. But I still say the original's the best, because it's the only one that has NES games. Which is a big deal, I think. Nope, that's a sea bass. We don't want that. We want the scary, super big fish that's really hard to catch. It's a sea bass. It's true, patterns are fun to shape in the mind, but, you know, then you end up with kind of half-assed cardboard robot masks for Blanca and feeling bad about yourself because of it. Damn it, I was really hoping that would look better. Oh, I'm sad about that. I gotta come up with a better face design for her. That's a coelacanth, I'm pretty sure. 99% positive. There it is. That's the coelacanth right there. Right on. Now that's going to Blithers, but I still want one for my house. I do too. I like that sort of top-down perspective. I don't like the sideways rolling pin look of the newer games. It has its advantages because it allows you to like look behind objects a little bit better. Like if something was planted behind this tree like right here, you'd never see it. Whereas the rolling pin look, you can kind of shift the perspective a little bit. Which, that's great, but I like the top-down look a lot better. Something about that rolling pin look makes me actually feel a little bit nauseous. Blithers, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna hate myself giving this to you, but here's a donation. It's a coelacanth. You better appreciate it just as I appreciate any donation to my PayPal or Patreon because they all matter. Not just because it's a coelacanth. Damn it, I'm bitter I had to give that to you because damn it, I want one for my house. It's not grotesque, it's awesome. You can't, if you're gonna call it grotesque, you don't get that coelacanth. You don't deserve it. That's my fish. Give it back. Oh. I mean, on the bright side. On the bright side. We can always go see this coelacanth anytime. Unless the sea bass eats it. Which is theoretically possible. Isn't that thing awesome? It's got like 6 fins. Oh. God, coelacanth are such cool fish. I got a few more minutes. Let's try and catch another one if we can. Like I said, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if it's town locked or character locked, but I think you can only like actually once you catch a coelacanth, you'll never see another one. Like I just think they're designed to be like once they're caught, you don't see them again. And I want to say in the original N64 version, it was even worse. It was like you could only try to catch one once, and if it got away or you like just scared it off or whatever, you'd never see it again in like the entire town. But that said, it's been forever since I played the N64 version. I should really do that again. Come on, Mr. Coelacanth. I want to catch another one. Because he looks so awesome in my house. That's a sea bass. No one cares about sea bass. They ruin everything. I'm really hoping I'm wrong about this. But that said, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I'm right. So I'll give this like 10 minutes. And if not, we'll go do our bank stuff. And then do our daily exercise routine to get our villager more jacked. So that someday he'll just be able to rip trees out of the ground with his bare hands. That's how awesome our character will be. Just by how muscular and awesome he is. Come on, Mr. Fishy Fish. Where are you? Ah, sea bass. Damn it. I want a coelacanth for my own house. Because it would just be so freaking cool. I don't think Professor Farnsworth had to put up with this nonsense trying to catch coelacanths for his coelacanth tank. And he had a whole tank of the stupid things. He probably just genetically cloned them or something. I mean, after all, he was capable of cloning a fossilized dog. Man, I want to watch more Futurama. Why'd they have to take that off Netflix? I'm paying a fortune for Netflix. Let me at least watch Futurama. Ah, come on. Environment. I just want a coelacanth. I get they're rare, but I've already run to like 4 today. Sea bass. I don't mind fishing in Stardew Valley, but at the same time, fishing is what made me stop playing Stardew Valley. I think I've said this before, but like right now in my Stardew Valley file, I'm stuck on a day where it's like the only day where you can catch the kingfish. And I'm stuck there, and until I catch it, I will not progress. And because of that, I got so burnt out on it, just because I couldn't catch that one stupid kingfish. Coelacanth. This is the kingfish of Animal Crossing. And I whiffed it really hard. Harvest Moon fishing is fine. It's like Pokemon fishing. It's just, you know, you wait till you get an exclamation mark over your head and you press A. That's simple enough, and then it's done for you. Stardew Valley is a little bit trickier, but you know, it's not bad. Animal Crossing, it's just a matter of figuring out when your fish is going to attack and then pulling up on the right time. But depending on the fish, it's got like a really, really small window to do it, such as the coelacanth, which is like I want to say something like 1/10 of a second. Something ridiculously small. Where even if you're like, you have the best reaction time, hardware delay might screw you over. I've not played much Chrono Cross, so I can't speak much about it. I know that was the game that had like 1,000,001 different playable characters that all had their own like dialects that were like manually entered by like an in-game engine. I remember reading about that and thinking that sounded really cool, but I don't know. The thing is, Chrono Trigger is one of my favorite games, so I think it would always be compared to it, and probably unfavorably so because I'm so biased. Also, I just don't have many PS1 games. I think I've got like a dozen of them. English ones, anyway. I've got a decent number of like downloaded PS1 ones for the PS3, but I just don't have many physical ones. Is that a big fish? No, it's a stupid small fish that's making me think it's a big fish. Still, the fact that we saw that big fish means that we can still catch another one, theoretically. We just, you know, have to do it. I'm just gonna keep running between these 3 screens, I guess. 'Cause I just really want that coelacanth. There it is. Okay, buddy. So here's how this is gonna work. You're gonna see my lure, you're gonna go after it, and I'm gonna catch you. End of story. That is the end of the story. There will be no debate whether there's a story that continues after the story, because that's it. Damn it. Okay, maybe there is a continuation of the story, because you were too fast for me. Stupid coelacanth. But I want one to put over my fireplace to look awesome. So that would just make my house look even more posh. Yeah, the coelacanth has the smallest window of reaction time in the entire game for the first 3 iterations of Animal Crossing. The Boats no Mori, Animal Crossing, and Animal Forest Plus. But there are others that are pretty close to it. The Araprima and the Arowana were pretty fast as well, but I think the coelacanth still beats them out. I think the others are like 15, a 15th of a second, whereas these guys are like a 10th of a second, or whichever one is the faster one. I think that's a coelacanth. It's hard to tell. That could be a really, really big sea bass knowing stupid sea basses. Booyah! There it is. And that was me pulling it up before it even bit, because that's the kind of, like, no joke, if you want to catch one of these, you basically have to pull your rod up before they actually, like, hook onto your rod. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, so we got 2 sea monsters today. Plus, we got to see a really, really terrible cardboard robot cat that I'm embarrassed about. Also, we've already got like 60% of the fish over the past 3 months. That's not too bad. But, the coelacanth is probably the hardest one in terms of skill to catch, but there's a few others that are going to be harder just in terms of timing. Like I mentioned, the Araprimia and the Arowana, they show up. They're about as hard to catch and they're about as rare, but they only show up during, I want to say, like 6-hour windows of the day, like in very early mornings, so they're going to be a little tricky to catch. Alright, have fun, dear. But, you know, grabbing the coelacanth, that's nice. The only thing that makes the coelacanth really fundamentally easier than others is that it shows up at any point during the year. It has to be either raining or snowing. As long as there's precipitation, you can catch a coelacanth. But, it's rough. They're not nice fish. Okay, so let's see our bestest pal, Phyllis, who's gonna mail us some letters and make our day a big bowl of rainbows, because Phyllis is just like that. Alright, now we gotta go deposit some money. Sorry to keep bugging you, Phyllis. But I mean, if I don't bug you, then the only thing you have to do is wipe all the dust off the e-reader machine. Let's just be honest, I'm the only one who gives your job any meaning at this point. Holy crap, one more deposit and we get the box of tissues. We're actually closer to the box of tissues than I thought. Yay! You know, minus that terrible cardboard robot mask I designed, you know, today's been not too bad. Alright, so now we've done all of our chores for the day. Let's go put our fish up. Let's get rid of this, because our town must still be perfect. Go away, Huggy. And then after we do that, I guess we'll do our daily exercise. And then do a cool down a balloon fight, and then I guess we'll be done for the day for Animal Crossing anyway. As much as I like these things up here, they don't deserve the majesty of that spot. No, you need to be up there, Mr. coelacanth. Do you not fit up there? Oh, that's dumb. Okay, well, you know what? I can make that work. It's annoying, but I can make that work. Let's throw my GameCube logo and my goldfish back up there. I'd like to name my goldfish. Maybe I shall name you Goldie McFishington. Can I put these on a proper table, perhaps? Let's find out. I've genuinely never had a coelacanth. Nope, can't put them on a table either. That's peculiar. Alright, well, we'll work our way around this, no problem. Got some crab stew. The crab stew goes over here. What we should do is we should put it right in front of our giant sea monster over here. Our Fishosaurus. Put birthday cake over here. Whoops. No, we need the birthday message to be on the other side. Be over here. And then I guess... Well, what I'd ideally like to do is move all this stuff a shade over, but we can't do that right now. I've really got to clean this place up at some point. I mean, not today, obviously, but at some point it's gonna happen. Okay, now our coelacanth is being chased by our Frankenstein Fishosaurus over there. And it's awesome. Now I've got two giant living fossils fighting it out for supremacy. Because we now have a living fossil fight in our own room. And I don't think anyone else in all of Animal Crossing can say that, because that's just how awesome our room is. Now, before we go, we got to say hi to our bestest pal, Bunny Bee Balloon, who's going to be cheering us on. It's a tainted drink of water. And we're going to go try and get ripped by playing Punch-Out! As I take it and put it into my pocket, because I don't want people to see my copy of Punch-Out! They're just jealous. Let's play some Punch-Out! Let's have some punches. And hopefully today we'll actually make some progress instead of regressing like yesterday. So that's not going to help us try to beat the wall that is Soda Popinski. You got to be able to keep punching people out if we are to succeed. Alright, Glassjaw, let's see what you got. Spoilers, I'm betting it's not much. punch, and a punch, and a punch, and a punch. We should do a special right about. And that should be the instant, I think. Yep, he's done. If he doesn't get up on a 1 count, he's done. Alrighty. So next we have the Stash Von Kaiser, who is a fairly easy fight, but of course it's getting into the pattern of him that's a little tricky. You gotta like get yourself into like the metronome timing of it. Rhythm, that's the word. Thanks, brain. Alright, so we gotta get into the rhythm of this guy. Punch, and a punch, and a punch, and a punch, and a punch. You time it just so. One more. There we go. Whoop. And that's one. Alright. I just gotta dodge this. Boom. And that's 2. You got nothing, Mustache. Down for the count. Actually, there is no count. He's TKO'd, but still, he's done, and he's not getting up. Alright, so next is, of course, Eyebrows Magoo, who I'm having a little bit more trouble fighting now, simply because I'm getting more used to the timing on his second form, which is slightly different. But we'll make this work. Alright. Let's go, Eyebrows. What you got? You got nothing. I don't care if you're like 3 times my size. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3. Star punch. Whoop. 1, 2, 3. Star punch. 1. Whoop. Oh, you got me with that one. I'll give you that credit. Whoop. Oh, here we go. And I probably hit him on like the last possible frame you can KO him. One, two. 1, 2, 3. Star punch. 1, 2. Star punch. On the bright side, we got more than enough points to win by decision. I mean, that's not really a problem with this guy. For the second form, maybe, but this guy, not so much. Whoop. Boom. Boom. I'm just gonna waste star punches. That's how confident I am to take you out. Alrighty. So now, of course, we get the legendary password sequence of Justice with the accompanying excellent legendary melon suit. See, they don't actually show it in the cutscene, but his outfit is actually made of pure watermelon, and he's actually being chased by a pack of dogs who wants to eat him. Just behind. They're just off screen, but trust me, they're there. Alright, next we got the easiest fight in the game, Don Flamenco. Alright, Toupee, let's go. It's literally just bait him into an attack, dodge, and counter. And once you knock him out, avoid his first attack, and then he's done. Yeah, you got nothing, Toupee. Whoop. And now you're dead. Good night. Every day we're getting a little better. Not that we need to get better against him. Now, of course, we've got the princely Potamus himself, King Hippo. Alright, Mr. Hippo. How long do you want this fight to last? You want it to go super long? Nope, you want to go fast. That's fine. Makes my life a little easier, I think. Whoop. Whoop. There it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not sub a minute, but he's down. That's the important thing. Next we fight the Great Tiger, Mr. Magic Man himself. First comes off as a little bit intimidating, but once you get him, he's not that hard. It's fights after him that get tricky. I think he's the last super easy fight. You know, it's interesting that still, even after like a month and a half of playing this game, I'm still figuring out like new patterns and stuff. Like there's still just that much depth to this game that the normal person might not ever necessarily see either, which is what makes it equally fascinating to me. I mean, I love the challenge and the difficulty of the game, but I love how complex it can be too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. You're gonna pull your special. Because you haven't hit me yet. At least your special, you'll hit me. Oh, there you go. That might actually take away his special. Oh, nope, still gonna go for it. What a fool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom. Alas, had he decided not to use his special, he could have lasted until round 2. But he decided to make this fight really quick on himself. Fair enough. Okay, next we've got the Turkey from Turkey, who of course is always a little bit tricky. Not because he's particularly hard, but because he hits like an absolute truck. If you time it wrong, you can get taken out instantly. He does have a slightly wider repertoire of abilities than most characters prior. Whoop, punch. Whoop, punch. Whoop, punch. Whoop, punch. Whoop, punch. Ooh, you hit me with that one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and that's the third one, so he's gonna uppercut. Uppercut again. Now, because he hit us, I'm not sure what he's gonna do. Because sometimes I've seen him, like, swap to, back to his stupid spinny hands, sometimes. And if he does that, then it gets a little trickier to fight him, just because I'm not sure where he is in his pattern anymore. Like, even if I can't completely memorize the pattern, I at least have something of a gut feeling of what he's gonna do. But once he pulls that spinny hand crap out, that's a little trickier. 1, 2, 3, he's gonna uppercut. Should have uppercut twice there, didn't. Interesting. 1, 2, 3, uppercut. Nope. Now, again, I've said this so many times, but that is mostly an audio cue for me, and I'm not playing the sound, so that's a tricky, scary attack to get him out of, but it's how you have to fight him. I genuinely don't think you can actually beat him without doing that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Uppercut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll do it again. And down he goes. now things get scary for me. So now I gotta play defense. That last guy I've at least memorized. This guy, it's just... pray that I get the opening on his special. One, two, three. Uppercut. Uppercut. No, thank you. And he's done. Getting better at the timing on that. Yeah, no. You're not getting up on a 9 count. No one ever does. Unfortunately, that means we have to go fight Soda Popinski. Which, I mean, I'm glad because it means that I get a chance to get a little better at him, but it's scary because this guy's so freaking scary. Alright. Here we go. There's a large Russian man with his giant crab claws. Oh shoot. It's already going all sorts of wrong. That straight punch is the scary one, so I don't know where that's coming from. Okay, we got him down once. That is getting to be consistent, and I love that fact. Getting a little antsy, I don't like that. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3. Oh god. Alright, well we didn't lose to Crab Claws in the round 1. And we didn't get knocked down, which means we can actually get up a second time in round 2. So we might actually not completely lose horribly to him. I should have recovered a little more health, but alas. The nice thing about round 2 is he actually is a lot easier than round 1, because he mostly just uppercuts. Which I find is a little bit easier to time. One, 2, 3. Alright. That's twice we've knocked him down. Alright. Feeling good about this. He'll get up. Come on, Crab Claws, let's go. Oh, crap. Okay, now things are gonna go sour for us real quick. Because I think he can pretty much one-shot us at this point. 1, 2, 3. Counter, 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 counter. Getting nervous. Do not care much for that fact. Okay, we knocked him down twice in one round. We are doing good. We are probably doing better than we ever have, and that scares me. Because that means I'm going to get nervous. Let's go, Crab Claws. Oh no. Oh no. Still. Progress. That's the name of the game. And we are doing better and better every day against him. It's slow going, but we're doing good. Now let's, of course, wind this down, cool our jets a little with some balloon fight. As we play some two-player balloon fight, because screw player 2. We can totally beat his high score of 0, I'm sure. Let's try that again. As you can see, I'm still kind of antsy about Popinski. He terrifies me. He's going to beat me to the dirt with his giant crab claws and then laugh at me like again, and it makes me sad. Whoop. Not today, Mr. Fish. we definitely don't want to grab that bubble. Because the moment we grab that bubble, everything stops. That actually makes it harder for us to keep going. At least with the momentum, it's a little bit easier to work around, I feel. Okay, let's get out of there. I don't think we're getting that balloon down there, alas. Whoa! Let's be careful about that one. Okay, here's okay for a bubble, but that's just because there's nothing around. And kind of can reorient yourselves afterwards. Now, of course, here's where things start going in at angles, which would arguably make it even harder because it's a little trickier to predict your path. We're gonna do okay, I feel. Now, if you were to ask me why I feel that way, I could only just shrug and say I have no earthly idea, but I feel that way. But still, I feel we'll do okay. Let's go up here. I do not like this grouping of things. Go through there. Okay, so we're missing out on the bonus, but still, we're surviving, and that's, I think that's rule 1 of balloon trip mode. Don't get killed. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go up here. Then I want to bounce off that roof and go through here. Whoa! Whoa! That... do not like where I am right now. Okay, there we go. Okay, that was a little bit scary. We're just gonna have to go through here. I'm just gonna take the easy open window because I think that's how we have to survive at this point. Look for the open windows and take them because anywhere else will murder you. Damn it, we were so close to the high score. Aw, we're gonna get there eventually. I get that it's mostly random, but still. And we'll just close this off, of course, by playing some original balloon trip mode or balloon fight mode because let's play Joust with balloons because that's an even better version of Joust. Whoop. Let's hopefully not get our balloon popped too soon. I want that bubble. Here's where bubbles are important. Not the other mods so much, but this one. They're really important. Boom. Alright, we got all 3. That's a good start. That's a good start for us. Okay, Mr. Bandit Bird guy. Boom. You got nothing. Collecting all balloons. It's how you play the game. And once you got balloons, then you can throw a party in your name. Still, we got a coelacanth. That's pretty cool. I'm excited about that. That is something that I genuinely am happy about. And we got one for Blithers, and, you know, we did some good stuff today. With the exception of that bad robot cat mask, I think we did alright. Although I am really annoyed with how that turned out. That should have ended really, really less terribly than it did. Bonk! Yeah, I've never thought about changing out my route there. That actually might work a little better than the way I've been doing it, too. Oh, those bubbles, they're gone. I don't want to lose my balloon over it. Yes, the extra points would be good, but I need to keep my balloons, and I lost one. Crap. I get some balloons? Boop. And we're gonna fight him. And they'll be like, why are you fighting all the balloons? And I'll be like, because I'm a balloon fighter. It's what I do. Boop. Mr. Fish won't get you today, Mr. Bird guy. Because I, the balloon fighter, will. You should feel honored to have had your balloons fought by me. Here, and I'll take this one, and this one, and this one, and definitely this one. Let's not forget this one, though. And I've heard good things about this one over here, so let's grab him. Make sure this guy isn't too lonely. Take him, too. We're getting close to a third of the way to the high score. Although now we've got spinny things involved, and spinny things ruin everything. Oh god, I'm gonna get murdered by the lightning. Boop. Or not. No, I will take not as an acceptable answer for, oh god, I'm gonna get murdered by lightning. Because you don't really want to get murdered by lightning. As someone who's actually been struck by lightning, I can tell you it's not fun. Oh, boom! That's how you get a lot of points. Oh no! I can't pop my balloons. I'm supposed to fight my balloons. Or your balloons. Some balloons need to be fought. It's what the title of the game's telling me. Boom. I'll grab this one. And this one. Whoop. I don't want to lose any of these balloons, but we might. Or we might not. It all depends on what they want. Oop-a-doop. Oh! We missed one. That's disappointing. Alas, we got no bonus today. More spinny things ruining things for everyone because that's just what they do. They're the Cody brain fart of balloon fight things. They make things worse by being a part of it. Whoa. Oh no. My balloon. You fought it. We got 3 of them anyway. I think we could have done a little better, but we got 3 of them. No! No, I'm only halfway to the high score. I don't want to start losing balloon fighters now. There's still balloons that need to be fought. Okay, so pro tip, that is absolutely how you're not supposed to approach that. Leveling out like that was supposed to be approached in a much more sensible way than that. I can grab a few baubles, and then I'll smack you. And then we'll move on to the next ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That one's out. That one's out. We're not gonna get the bonus. Oh, we just whiffed that bonus round real hard. How did we get 19 of those? I swear we missed, like, at least 6 of them. I mean, I'll take it. That's more points than I'd ever credit myself for getting, but still. And I think we're now at the stage where we're cycling levels, because I recognize this level as being one we've already done. Yeah, I think that alternate route I accidentally did earlier might be better than what we're actually doing in this level. That's interesting. It's fascinating. After so long, you can still learn something about a game that's very, very old like this. Kind of like what I was saying about Punch-Out. It's just like, you know, I've been playing this game pretty solidly, and I'm still learning stuff. You know, and that's the sign that you did a game that's really interesting and complex. And I got some points off that. Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Now, that's one thing I don't like about this game, though. It's like the Tier 1 guys, like that guy below me, and the Tier 3 guys look identical in color. One of them's just slightly more sort of yellow, and the other's slightly more pink. But they're still very largely kind of the same looking color. Or maybe I'm just really ridiculously colorblind, but I don't think so. They're just really closely colored. That's not necessarily good if the opponent's color is supposed to tell you something about it. Because you need to be able to actually identify at a glance what it is. That's the point of why you'd color your enemies differently. Especially if they're fundamentally similar looking. Actually, that's kind of why I've got a problem with what happened to like, Team Fortress 2 in the recent years with like hats and stuff, is it defeats like the core gameplay design a little bit, because like the whole point of what made Team Fortress 2 so interesting was that if you just rounded a corner real quick, you could get an understanding of what you were fighting just based on your opponent's silhouette, but the hats kind of change it a little bit. Not necessarily to a point where it destroys the game or anything, but just enough that it, you know, I think it makes a bit of a difference. But you gotta get that microtransaction nonsense money, I guess. Or however those hats work, I don't know. Because cosmetics. Doesn't even make a lot of sense to make cosmetics for your character in a first-person game, because you're never going to see your character. Like, in a third-person game, it makes sense. Because you're going to be, like, looking at your character's back the entire time, but first-person games, like, how often do you actually look at your character? I mean, offhandedly, I can think of once I ever saw my character in a first-person game, and that was, like, outside of a cutscene anyway. That was Metroid Prime, where you could run into, like, this piece of metal on the wall, and you could see a reflection in it, and that was really cool to me. And nowadays, it's really pixelated looking, because, of course, it's not that technologically advanced relative to today, but still, back in the day, being able to see a reflection in something like that, that blows your goddamn mind. Kind of like, completely unrelated, but something that completely blew my mind when I first played was Sonic Jam on the Saturn, which was like a compilation of Sonic games. However, unlike every other Sonic compilation, which was just like a ROM port, that one was games built from the ground up. It was still Sonic 1 through 3, plus like Knuckles and Blue Sphere and all those additional bits, but they were rebuilt from the ground up, so they had completely different mechanics and physics and music. It was really interesting. And that's why if you're ever going to play a Sonic compilation, you have to get a Sega Saturn, because it has the best one. Plus it has Sonic in 3D, which was a prototype for Sonic Adventure. And arguably worked a lot better than Sonic Adventure, even though it was a lot slower. Man, now I want to play some Sonic Jam. It's also a game that came with Jam. As like a first print thing, you got like a set of Sonic actual jams, like you'd get like Tails Marmalade, Knuckles Strawberry, and like Sonic Grape. I remember that because when I first played Sonic Jam, I rented it from this rental exclusive store, and I was the first person who touched it, and they just got it, and it came with those things, and they just gave them to me. And I wish my because I was such a young kid at the time, my parents just threw it out, and it's like, you know, I wish you'd kept that, because that would have been a cool little keepsake. Like, even if it's just the jars or whatever. You know, you don't want to keep preserves that long, clearly, but still. Whoa, let's not pop my balloon before we get a new high score, okay, buddy? And we're close. You want to pop my balloon, that's fine, but just, you know, hold your horses. Let's get that score. And now we've got that score, so if you want to pop my balloon, all more power to you. I mean, I'm not going to let you, because, again, I can get a better score, but still. Boop. Whoop. Oh, no. Fight on, fighter. There are more balloons that need to be fought. You can't simply give up on the balloons to fight. Whoop, whoop. Boop, boop. And... Oh my god, that was a dumb way to die. But you know what? We got a high score, so today was a pretty good day. And that'll be it for today. And I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, follow the stream to know when we go live, because we are doing this every day, just as we've done prior and will do carrying forward from here. Plus, we do other things on the stream you can also watch as well, so, you know, it helps to know when we go live. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do. Like this sign says, there's already 1,000 videos waiting just for you. That's how special they are. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon and help support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do awesome things like catch a bunch of coelacanths, make the world a better place, and draw really, really terrible cardboard robot masks for cats without faces. Oh, I'm bitter about that. I should have been able to come up with something better than that. That was a terrible execution of an idea I had. I apologize for that. But by donating, you can get on the Discord and we can talk about awesome things like catching multiple coelacanths in one go, punching Popinski down twice in one round, as well as new high scores and almost making the top score in Balloon Trip. That's still a big thing to me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed and I will see you next time. Peace out, Internet.